And welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. So last week I had a live. A lot of people seemed to really like it. People said I went a little crazy in that live, but sometimes it's good to have a little perspective. The fact that last week's live was so unhinged. I didn't listen. Sometimes I start a live. I kind of know the topic of the video, but by the end of that video, I don't know where we're going. Real quick shout out to PokeKid. Appreciate the 5 gifted PK memberships. But yeah, last week's live was a little insane. Some people said it felt like watching somebody's fever dream happen in real time. Shout out to Mason Cardinal Gaming. But yeah, I don't know where the live's gonna go sometimes. But it was a lot of fun. But I will say something. The fact that almost 2,500 of you crazy D-gents out there tuned in either real time or after the fact to watch that live, I don't know how you do it. I thank you so much. The fact that 2,500 people could listen to me just talk nonsense for an hour. I don't know how you guys do it, but truly, I appreciate it. So today's live, I'm just going to yell at some clouds a little bit more, talk about Pokemon. So if you don't know, recently we just had a restock or on Pokemon Center. So they put up a couple of the older Sword and Shield booster boxes. At the time of recording this video, there's 3 Sword and Shield booster boxes that were put back up. So you got Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, and Silver Tempest. No, you don't have to shut this video off and go run over there. The prices you would pay on Pokemon Center right now for Silver Tempest, Vivid Voltage, and Battle Styles, all those prices are higher right now than where you could find them currently on eBay or find them currently on TCG Player. So it is interesting that Pokemon is able to just randomly drop the only 3 booster boxes of sets that are not really worth it to pick up immediately. Yeah, we saw a little restock of Fusion Strike like 2 weeks back. And then it was just weird that we saw, okay, couple booster boxes of Fusion Strike hit, and all these I just think is old supply. But now we saw Battle Styles and Vivid Voltage just hit again, and to the point where there was so little bit of demand, it's still available on Pokemon Center. It makes me wonder what other set could potentially drop on PokemonCenter.com, because if you look at some of these booster boxes, they say out of stock. But then you look at some of the booster boxes that somehow keep magically popping up on Pokemon Center, they don't say out of stock. Those booster boxes say unavailable. And there is one very special Sword and Shield set that we haven't seen like crazy random drops happen on Pokemon Center. I think you know which set I'm talking about. And if that set drops on Pokemon Center and you could pick up your limit of 6, I don't know how fast they would sell up, but that would literally be thousands upon thousands of dollars that Pokemon would just dump into somebody's laps. If you're just, keep checking Pokemon Center, you get super lucky. Is it going to be something? Is it going to be sitting there? No. But listen, this is the best part of this community. People will think that's not possible. I just told you that they just restock Battle Styles and they restock Vivid Voltage. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Battle Styles is older than Evolving Skies, and Vivid Voltage sure as hell is older than Evolving Skies. And so was Fusion Strike, because they just restocked Fusion Strike. So you got 3 sets were restocked. All 3 of those sets older than Evolving Skies. Listen, do crazy things happen every day? Of course they happen every day. Do I believe that this is a possibility? Yes. Will I be one of those people that jump on that? I hope so. And will I rub it in everybody's face when that moment happens? Yes. Of course I will. I'm not saying that I have inside connections on Pokemon Center, but if I did, in theory, OJ Simpson, I didn't kill my wife, but if I did, this is how we would do it. PK, I don't have friends at Pokemon Center, but if I did, this is what it would look like. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of impossible, or out of the realm of possible. But this is the best part. There's a good portion of this community will say that a random restock is impossible. I'm not talking a reprint. I'm talking random restocks of some booster boxes or cases sitting in the dark, dirty, dusty corner of the Pokemon Center warehouse, and they're just trying to clear stuff out. Battle Styles is not a reprint. It's just a restock of old product. Vivid Voltage is a restock of old product. It's none of this shit is reprinted. But I love that people are fine with Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, and Fusion Strike. All three of those sets, restocking in the last 2 weeks. But they would believe that Evolving Skies would be impossible. And for that, I do love this community because of just the sheer determination of some people that they don't believe in miracles. Well, guess what? Miracles, they do happen. Another thing that was recent, we're just going to do a Pokemon Center restock video. Yeah, sure, why not? Right now, at the time of recording this video, 151 is restocked back up on Pokemon Center. You can't get Pokemon Center ETBs. You can't get 151 UPCs, but they do have the tins available. So, like the 151 tins, you get 2 packs opposed to 1. So, by doing that, yeah, you get the coin. The coin is worth negative a penny because now you're sitting on the coin. But, if you want the packs for $5, I've been doing a little thinking. I think one of the best plays for 151 right now is just picking up raw packs. It might sound crazy. I think that if you could find raw packs for between $4 and $4.50, so I literally just told you could go on Pokemon Center and pick up packs for $5. But if you can find somebody selling them for between $4 and $4.50, which is only literally 50 cents less than you can currently go and get those for, so you're not really saving that much money, but I like it if you can source 151 packs for $4.50. I think that is a great play right now. And this is the best part. Again, to the community out there, I fucking love you guys, but sometimes I just want to shake you because you don't listen. I literally just told you could go get packs for $5, but there's people out there who will think, listening to this video, that it's not possible to pick up packs for $4.50. It is. If you don't know where to get packs right now for $4.50, spread your wings and fly. Fly, birdies, fly. Find good avenues to get cheap packs. I just told you if you could find them for $4. I think that's the best play for 151 right now. I just honestly think if you have one of these, you just got a random empty tote. This does not have anything in here. This is an empty tote. It's full of all my hopes and dreams right now. This is what this tote is full of. But if you got a random tote just sitting by the side, my recommendation for you is to just get a lot of packs and fill up said tote. If you could fill up said tote with just a couple hundred packs of 151 that you can source for between $4 and $4.50, I think that would be the best play right now in the future for 151, because we are literally living in the middle of a reprint of 151, not a restock. See how I'm using these words specifically? What we are experiencing right now for 151 is reprint. And with reprint, we're going to see lowest prices. But I think that the times of cheap 151 packs are going to start drying up after this reprint. I think right now, obviously, we got the restocks of mini tins, $5 a pack. Yeah, obviously $9.99 for the tin, but whatever. It's $5 a pack because you get the 2 packs. This time, we're living in the absolute heat of it. We're going to see more tins. Very soon, we're going to see more collection boxes. I don't personally think we're going to see UPCs. Not a hill I'm willing to die on. I don't think 151 UPCs are coming back, but I think we will see ETBs. And so we will see a flood of packs in the very near term. And you're going to have people breaking down products and stuff. Now is the time, if you are looking to do that last-ditch effort for 151, now's your time. Now we're going to do my normal heat check on Twilight Masquerade. What do I keep talking about? Almost every live, I go on to Hill's Wholesale Gaming, and we just do a heat check. So we'll do a heat check right now. Twilight Masquerade booster cases. Right here, where my, sorry. Right here. Twilight Masquerade booster case. 6 boxes, $708. At the time of recording this video, $708 for a case of Twilight Masquerade booster boxes. Listen, I like Twilight Masquerade booster boxes when they were $5.94. I liked them when they were $6.08. I liked them when they were $6.30. I liked them when they were $6.48. I liked them when they were $6.68. I still like Twilight Masquerade booster box cases at $7.08. I still like it. I never stopped liking Twilight Masquerade. If you can say anything about me, there's no way you can tell me I don't like Twilight Masquerade at this point. I've literally brought up Hills Wholesale Gaming on every single live for months now, all the way back to this point. So here's your newest, right here. I'll bring up Hills again. This is your newest right here. $5.94. See this? This is your newest set, Stellar Crown booster boxes, $5.94. When this was Twilight Masquerade at $5.94, I told you I really liked it at that point price. A lot of people picked it up. It's funny. You hear a lot of people talking about Twilight Masquerade recently, talking about how they like it as a set. Did I just... Have I not been saying this about this one set? I don't talk about a lot of, like, modern sets. This set is a very, very special set in Twilight Masquerade. Is Twilight Masquerade going to get reprinted? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care. You shouldn't either. If you like Twilight Masquerade, pick up a booster box. I don't know how many times I got to keep saying that. If you just pick up one, don't sleep on this set. Stellar Crown, a great set. Listen, the moderner, the better. Stellar Crown is going to very quickly. We're what, 2 weeks out, but it's the most modern set. Stellar Crown will be king for a little while. The moderner, the better. Everybody's gonna pile into Stellar Crown, and then Surge and Sparks. If you look at the thumbnail of this video, Surge and Sparks. It's funny how one set could just... This hobby is fickle, but I love the fickleness of this hobby. But just flip on a dime. That's what this hobby can do. It just flips on a dime. They don't like modern. Twilight Masquerade. I like Twilight Masquerade before everyone liked Twilight Masquerade. But, you know, everybody saw Twilight Masquerade finally is doing good. And then everybody just flips. Now everybody wants the newest modern stuff. So probably what's going to happen is Stellar Crown is going to be able to ride off the coattails of Twilight Masquerade a little bit. Twilight Masquerade is going to be in the background, though. It's going to keep doing its thing. Don't sleep on Twilight Masquerade. Stellar Crown's going to come out, though. Boom. I've already seen people super hyped about Surge and Sparks. Surging Sparks, we don't even know the set list yet, but people are already talking about it as being the next best thing, which I'm fine with. I love a good... Listen, I brought it up on, was it last live or the live before when I talked about that Magneton promo that is in that ETB? I'm going to tell you, I picked up just 4 from Pokemon Center. I've had extremely horrible luck trying to grade Pokemon Center promos, but I might pick, well, I already picked it up, but I might try to open up those promos and grade it. I don't know. It's just, this is a thing. It's that carrot on a string. That is what Pokemon Center ETB's promos are for me to grade those. It's the carrot. It just dangles in front of my face, and no matter how fast I walk, I jog, or I run, or I'm just in a full-out sprint, I can never catch that carrot because it's just always out of arm's reach, no matter how fast I run. And for me, for Pokemon Center ETBs and that promo, that is the definition of that carrot on the string for me. No matter what I do, I can't grab it and turn it into a 10. I keep turning it into a lot of 9s, some unfortunate 8s. The non-Pokemon Center ETB promo, sure, I could hit a 10 in those, but I can't hit the one that I want, which is Pokemon Center promo. But Surge and Sparks might be a play, you know. Pokemon Center ETBs are just a good play, but... You know, looking at cheap booster boxes right now, we're in a weird timeline right now. Because when you think about it, Twilight Masquerade is set 6. We're not going to count half sets. So, set 6, Stellar Crown is Scarlet and Violet 7, right? Surge and Sparks is Scarlet and Violet 8. You know, we're running really, really, really close to the end. We only got like a year left. Think about that. You know, Scarlet and Violet is coming to call it the twilight of its lifespan. Just like I'm an old man that yells at clouds coming to the twilight of my life, Scarlet and Violet is coming to the twilight of their run. It's wild, right? It went by pretty quick. You gotta admit that Scarlet and Violet definitely seems like it was on more of a warp speed path, but I wonder if it felt that the sets went by faster because maybe everyone always felt that they had time to go back and pick up a lot of these sets. And maybe because people just, real quick shout out to Son of a Mewtwo, I appreciate it, gifting the 10 PK memberships. I'm gonna have to do something special one day, try to figure out a PK like giveaway. Is there a way I can do that? Is there a way I can make it so only... We could do a giveaway, right? Nah, we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway next stream. But I appreciate you, Son of a Mewtwo, for that. Let's see. Real quick. It's weird. Recently, we've had I got a lot of fake accounts. Hide user from channel. So far I've had, in today's stream, I've had a fake Rattle account. Now I got a fake CTR account. Everybody keeps, like, these are just fake accounts. You click on the name, it's the same photo, it's the same name. So you got like Cool Trainer Ryan, then you got Rattle Pokemon. But when you click on their account, they only have one subscriber. The reason why that sticks out like a sore thumb, because Rattle's a moderator on my channel, so their name doesn't come up blue as a moderator. CTR is also a moderator on my channel, so his name doesn't come up blue, so it sticks out like a sore thumb. But it's weird too, like what's going on right now with all these fake accounts. Gotta be careful. This hobby is a dangerous thing, because the same way as you will have people write in chats, right? You know, obviously, because people don't understand these are fake accounts, you know? Like, they don't have, it's not the real account. So, no, it's just very interesting right now to watch what's going on just in this hobby as in general. See, but now this is the thing too, is certain people also have their certain narratives, and when their narratives aren't like catching on, or some people are seeing through the bullshit, they literally have to go and do stuff like that, create a fake account with, you know, somebody else's name just to... It's interesting. This hobby is weird. This part of like this hobby, especially YouTube and all the drama that's been going on recently, it's funny watching people really, really push their narratives, even if that narrative they're pushing is a false narrative. It's interesting. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Anyways. Yeah, Rattle, I just saw Rattle said, real rattles have wrenches. Yeah, real rattles have wrenches. Alright, sorry. I know that was a little tangent, talking about fake people in the chat, but I want you guys, just listen, be mindful. If you see somebody writing in a chat and they're writing some real ridiculous stuff, just be mindful of that. Nick Slavich said, hope is well, PK, invite me on for a chat. Nikki, I cannot invite you on for a chat if I don't, vest you. Because it just is what it is. But what I can say to you is, hop into a Rattle Discord happy hour one day and start talking there. And, you know, if I get to know you through there, I could definitely bring you on. There's been multiple people that have been in the Rattle Discord that I've met and they've been on this channel. Rage Quit is one of them. I love Rage. He's one of my favorite people in the absolute hobby. And then Mick Nick is also now one of my favorite people in the hobby and Mick Nick and Rage are two people that I met in the Rattle Discord, and they've both been on this channel. Son of Mewtwo, wow, he's been a member for 6 months. I want to say that's almost as long as the memberships are on my channel. But let's go back to what we were talking about, Pokemon. Surge and Sparks, yeah, it'll be interesting. And then it is refreshing to see how, like, hopeful people are for these newest sets, too. Think about it. They're super hopeful for Stellar Crown, how it's going to do. They're super hopeful for Surge and Sparks, which we don't even know the set list yet, but everybody's already kind of, like, you know, really getting hyped about that. But then Team Rocket is in the distance, and the amount of people that I've heard use the words like they're waiting for Team Rocket to be released because they're saving up a lot of their money right now, and then when Team Rocket gets released, they plan to invest in that set, and they think it's going to do really well. The craziest thing is like the thought process behind that doesn't sound terrible. And I spent a long time the other day really. Sometimes I'll just reflect on Pokemon alone. Reflect on, like, sets and then kind of look back on it. And I took a little while and I reflected on Evolutions. And I thought about Evolutions and I said, you know, when Evolutions was first released, I think this is one of the things people don't really understand too. When Evolutions was released, it was a very hyped, very in-demand set. It literally got dropped smack dab in 2016 at the height of the Pokemon Go boom. Yes, Pokemon Go, the phone game, it wasn't a crossover to the TCG, but Pokemon Go got a lot of people back into Pokemon. And there was a huge trickle-down effect from all the people that got into the game who also got into the trading cards or rediscovered the trading cards because of Pokemon Go. And a lot of the people that rediscovered it were those Gen 1, you know, base set jungle fossil type people. And then to have an actual, I'm not going to call it a true reprint because nothing is ever absolutely true in this hobby. Like, yes, we saw the Charizard reprinted in Evolutions, but we didn't see the Blastoise in Venusaur. But it was a true reprint in the sense that we saw a lot of reprints for a pretty much entire base set with the exception of a few cards. And it dropped on the 20th anniversary. Here we are, the 25th anniversary is already in the window. Like, in the rearview window, I should say, or the rearview mirror. And here we are coming into the future now. The 30th anniversary is right around the corner. And reflecting back on, you know, Evolutions, I had to think back on it because the reason why Evolutions, I wouldn't say it bothered me, but it was just, I was over it, was because Evolutions at release, again, very in demand. I think everybody always hears Evolutions as being a cheap booster box, which it ended up being a cheap booster box, and that statement is very true. But at release, it was super in demand. And Pokemon said, oh, you guys want a lot of this stuff? Well, here, hold my Pokemon beer because we're going to show you what a ton of product looks like. And then that's what happened. Pokemon just printed Evolutions like we've never seen any set printed since literally base set. And my entire time back in the hobby, I never saw any set get printed even close to what Evolutions got printed. And what happened was it didn't just get one wave, two waves. It just seemed like it got a million waves. And it wasn't just in booster boxes. It wasn't just in ETBs, but it was packs. And those packs were put in every single 4-pack box or specialty box. There was Evolutions forever. But when I go back and I reflect on a set like that, I have to sit back and I say, well, why do people want to spend $20 a pack right now for Evolutions when your chase is the Charizard and you're going to literally spend $20 and your chase is a $30 card or $40 card? I don't even know what the Charizard it's selling at right now. But, you know, when your biggest chase, and you're going to have to open a lot of $20 packs in order to pull that one Charizard. And yeah, you get it in hollow or you get it in reverse, but I was thinking, like, why do people want to open it? And I ended up just reflecting on it and saying, you know what? There's just some sets that the dollar amount doesn't really matter. I think people just find themselves so nostalgic for certain parts of Pokemon. And if it comes to, do I want to open up a regular base set pack and spend $500 or $600 on a heavy base set pack, or do I want to spend $20, which is even close to that premium? And especially when I thought about, well, what really helped Evolutions, do what it did. One, it finally went out of stock at distribution. That's the obvious one. That was a huge one. It took forever to go out of stock, but all these people that re-entered the hobby again, that was a easily identifiable set for them. Meaning, they didn't have to be in Pokemon. They could have got out in 99 and hopped right back in 2016 when Evolutions was released, and it would be like they never even left, because anybody could have opened up a pack of Evolutions and instantly recognized every single Pokemon in there, recognize the feel of the set identity, the chases, the hits. It would have been super, super easily identifiable for people. And because of that reason, Evolutions has been able to just continue to be a behemoth of modern Pokemon. And looking back on it, it really makes me reflect. Nick Slavich said, web series holos are undervalued. Change my mind. I love myself some web series, but do not love the fact that they're Japanese and we did not get them in English. But no, looking back on Evolutions, I'm like, okay, this is a set that anyone could have, dove back into it. It's just we were so jaded on it because it sat around for 4 years. From 2016 to 2020 until the crazy hype happened, everyone just got burnt out on Evolutions, and there was a lot of supply being subjective to how much demand actually existed for the market. But then I'm looking at Pokemon and I'm saying, okay, we just had the 25th anniversary celebrations, fantastic set, only 4 cards per pack. So you didn't have that great, fantastic pack opening experience. While it was still a lot of fun, I think Celebrations personally is one of the best sets to personally open. You only had 4 cards in it. And then we're getting close to the 30th, but we got the Team Rocket set. And when I thought about the Team Rocket set, I really reflected on it. I'm like, well, all the makings for Evolutions that made it such a banger set was that anybody could jump back into it. I think Team Rocket, if Pokemon doesn't drop the ball and totally screw up what Team Rocket can be, all those people that I mentioned are already talking about invest in Team Rocket. I'm like, listen, I don't love the fact that you're talking about investing in a set that's 2 sets, 3 sets away. But when I said it also makes sense, it's because all the reflection I did on Evolutions. It's like, I think Team Rocket will be one of those sets, the same way as 151 was a set, that people can just jump back into Pokemon. I think if people were big into Pokemon at any timeline, hopping back into Team Rocket will be very easily navigated. We'll have a ton of set identity. We'll have a lot of fan favorite Pokemon. We'll have a fan favorite feel to it. I'm already this is the thing. Team Rocket almost pumps itself in a way, right? Because you've already known how I felt about it, but it already kind of pumps its way. And it could be a good set just based off of very, very basic, set identity. But I always say, what if Pokemon just goes full speed ahead and really pushes this set to be a set that in 7 years from now, 10 years from now, the same way as people look back on Evolutions and it has super easy, set identity, and even if the chases aren't crazy expensive like the sealed product is, because people just want to experience it. And the same way as maybe somebody wants to open an Evolutions pack. And listen, this took a long time for me to sit down and reflect on it, because I have to understand, how can packs get this expensive? How can sealed product get this expensive? So I reflected on this. And reflect in the same way on if Team Rocket could be good. It could have that long-term feel for a lot of people. Even if the cards inherently in the set get opened into absolute oblivion, it gets printed into oblivion, just being the true set identity, which has the potential of Team Rocket, could carry that set for the foreseeable future. And that makes me so overly bullish on Pokemon. And not just the short term, but for the long term, because I don't think an Evolutions set identity or pack opening experience or nostalgic factor kick, I don't think that's a one-off. I don't think that's what Evolutions is. I think Evolutions is 100% repeatable in this hobby. So if Evolutions is 100% repeatable, even if it isn't the Team Rocket set that maybe becomes the next Evolutions, with just the set identity, who knows what the 30th anniversary is going to bring. You know, one of the things a lot of people asked for the 25th, which we didn't get, and there was a lot of people speculating, there's a lot of people wanted to see like a Neo Gen S set. The same way as, you know, we've gotten our base set reprints with Evolutions, which was Evolutions technically a 20th anniversary set. In English, no, it wasn't. In CP6 in Japanese, it was. It was a 20th anniversary set, but in English, we consider our 20th anniversary set Generations opposed to Evolutions. I don't know. For the sake of this video, even though like you could get into the semantics of what is a 20th anniversary set, I'm going to say it was a 20th set. So we're not too far away from the 30th anniversary. We're what, like a little over a year away from the 30th anniversary. What can that bring? Real quick, we got Clocks Collect says Rockets, Rayquaza, Giovanni's Mewtwo. Ooh, I like that. Especially if Giovanni's Mewtwo is like an armored Mewtwo. See, that's something I never even considered. I did mention that I wanted an armored Mewtwo, but I've never thought about like a trainer's S Mewtwo. Because you always think about Mewtwo as you think of Mewtwo as being a trainerless Pokemon. But Clocks has a great point by saying Giovanni's Mewtwo. Mewtwo was controlled. Like, Giovanni controlled Mewtwo. So, it is 100% possible that you could have a gym leader in Giovanni and have a Giovanni's Mewtwo. What a crazy card. What a dark card. See, usually people think about gym cards, trainer cards. Nick Slavage says, I would have spent $1,000 on a Gary's Blastoise. Ooh. You gotta really hate Gary from the original TV shows. It's like in Red and Blue when they'd be like, what's your rival's name? And you would always give him like the meanest name you could think of. But I never thought about that. Gym trainer Team Rocket cards. Giovanni's Mewtwo. The artwork that... See, I'm pretty basic in the sense that I would have been happy with just like a Giovanni Persian that was really, really well done. But screw Giovanni's Persian. Let's get a Giovanni's Mewtwo. Because when you guys... And what I was about to say was when you guys think about trainer cards usually carry with them like... Quick shout out to Professor Oak. Usually, like, trainer cards with their Pokemon usually have, like, a happy feel to them. But, yeah, that would be a super dark feel to it, Giovanni's Mewtwo. Because it's everything that is wrong with Pokemon, right? It is just abusing Pokemon and using them for your advantage. What a great comment, Clocks. I really appreciate the super chat. Really appreciate that. But, listen, guys. It's Thursday night. Didn't have a crazy long live. I do, if you guys don't know, every Thursday night at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do go live. I've somehow managed, through the grace of Arceus, to somehow go live every Thursday of 2024. I have no plans to slow up, so if you guys don't know, put it on your calendar. But for the first 30 minutes, I like to do my little rants. Now I'm going to go scroll up to the top of the chat. I'm going to read the chat. If you have any questions right now, ask them now. When I get to them, I'll answer them. But when I get to the bottom of the chat, that's all she'll write. Number one mod in the game said, hey, PK. Drew, appreciate you, buddy. Brody Plays. Christopher, good to see ya. Pokekid. Clocks, good to see ya. Pokemage said, what up, peeps? Got to the point where Pokekid dropped the memberships. Appreciate you, buddy. Katie, good to see Katie. She said, and no audio issues this time. Yes. Pokemage87 said, give us unhinged PK, we're ready. Nobody could ever fully be ready for an unhinged PK. Inept Card Collector said, laugh my ass off. He was muted for like 5 minutes. Chat was on fire last week. I had a really good rant last week, but nobody will ever hear it because my mic was on mute. Basic Trainer said, watchless PK is my favorite PK. Garen, I'm good to see you. I was hanging out with Basic. What was it, Basic? Was it last night or the day before? We were hanging out in voice chat just bullshitting for a little bit. But I was back and forth doing a different stuff. Katie said, I heard CTR was going to Skype PK and we're going to get a 3+ hour live. Skype. Is Skype still around? I think Katie means Zoom. I do Zoom, Katie. I don't do Skype. Son of a Mewtwo said, PK, what's the split? Drew, best mod in the game. Whenever I get to finally meet Drew in person, I've met a lot of people in this hobby. A lot of those people I've met in person. Unfortunately, number one mod in the game, Drew, is one of the people I have not met in person. I've talked to him on, through camera chats, phone chats, stuff like that. But I've never met him in person. He's definitely somebody I need to meet in person. And the way the split will happen is when I see Drew in person, don't worry, Drew. Dinner's covered on me. Your drinks are covered on me. Appreciate everything you do for this channel for years at this point. Years. Listen, everybody put thoughts and prayers, T's and P's for Drew out there. I said I think it's crazy how you guys could tune into my live and listen to me for all these hours. How Drew has been able to manage doing it for all this time. Drew, you are one of the real ones, buddy. Especially Drew, he's busy. He got the kids at home now too. But no, I appreciate you, Drew. Pokemage87 said, PK confirms Mega Evolving Skies reprint. Yes. Let's see. So Jimbo Slice said, did anybody pre-order the Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs? Jimbo Slice, I pre-ordered 4 of them. I don't think it's a terrible thing. If you want to pre-order them, I recommend it. Garen M said, people who watch Pokemon Center like Hawks need a life. Wait, that's me. I need a life, lol. Garen M, you know, if you see the drops, buddy, you slide into my DMs. I don't check my DMs for anybody. Garen, when you hit me up, don't worry. I will 100% look at your DM. But yeah, Battle Styles being up there, Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest. The weird thing is, so Battle Styles, I think it's Battle Styles. Let's check. I don't know how many for Battle Styles it is. So it's just no quantity. It just doesn't even have a quantity. How many you could order? Let's see if I could add 20 to cart. 21. Nope. I don't know. Battle Styles, I just kept clicking, added 21 to a cart. I guess that's a thing. Vivid Voltage is an order limit of 24. And then Silver Tempest is still a quantity limit of 4. Is that weird? Alright, well, removing that. But yeah, that's weird. It doesn't make any sense, right? Am I the only one that doesn't make sense? That you can only get 4 Silver Tempest booster boxes, but then you could order 24 Vivid Voltage and for Battle Styles an unlimited amount? Maybe they just... I don't see... Pokemon's weird. Pokemon Center is weird. Shug Nasty said, PK with the tote plays. Yes, get your totes. I got one of the totes up there. It's got something real special in there. Should I open the tote? I'm not going to open the tote. Maybe I want to open the tote. How many people are in here? 96. No, not going to open the tote. Not right now. Maybe one day. Let's see. Artisans, YouTube, good to see ya. Tina Marie said, Costco bundles are a good price per pack wise right now. Yeah, Costco bundles are a really good price, especially for Crown Zenith right now. Crown Zenith is another thing. We're running towards the end of Crown Zenith right now. So, there's a couple pack plays. If the same way as I said you should fill up one of these with a bunch of 151 packs, I don't hate the thought of filling up one of those totes also with Crown Zenith packs right now. Something to think about. Head Pokemon says, I got 2 cases from that drop. I think it was the biggest I think it was a bigger restock than we think, and it was up longer than it should have been for old stock sitting around. I wonder in which one he's talking about. Basic Trainer said reprint everything. Mr. Haunt said, all these collection boxes of varying levels and prices have stunk recently. They should have kept the boxes at 20 to 25 if they're just going to have ship promos. They just pile up for stores. Yeah, you know, that's a great comment. You know exactly what he's talking about. The collection boxes that are sitting on every single Target and Walmart shelf in the country are all the same shitty collection boxes. But when you have a collection box that has a good promo, Greninja promo, which is going bananas. Shout out to PokeKid. PokeKid sent me a screenshot of his sale. I'm not going to blow up your play because it's public, but how much did you so the Greninja promo, Black Star promo, PokeKid like rushed it to PSA, hit a 10, and he sold it for $295. At the time of recording this video, it's August 29th. He sold that Greninja Black Star promo on August 27th. So 2 days ago, PokeKid, who's in this chat, rushed to grade a Greninja Black Star promo from the Shrouded Fable boxes. Yes, Shrouded Fable collection box Black Star promo. He express graded it to PSA, got the 10, and sold it 2 days ago at $295. For perspective, that card, when everything is all said and done, will, and I promise you, will have a PSA population of greater than 10,000 of those cards will be graded. Of a modern Shrouded Fable collection box. And my man 2 days ago sold it for $300. And in the message PokeKid sent me, he said that it was a confirmed sale. Think about the preposterousness of that. Is that a word? Preposterousness? Sure. Add it to Webster's dictionary. Let me type it in. Add to dictionary. Perfect. Add it to the dictionary. Preposterousness. Ridiculousness. Wildness. Insaneness. Everything that is good with this hobby, and a lot of people will say everything that's bad with this hobby, but the fact that that market could exist. And if you've been watching this channel, remember when that promo came out and I said I cannot wait to see what the first to marketplace of this promo does. I'm not lying. If you watch this channel enough, I said those exact words about that promo. I'm fascinated to watch the first to markets for those cards. I'm fascinated to watch the first to markets for a lot of cards. I'm fascinated to watch so many little nuanced aspects of this hobby, because there's one thing beautiful about this hobby is it never ever fails to amaze me. And when people say shit's dying or shit's slow, you just show them that sale from 2 days ago where PokeKid sold a Black Star Shrouded Fable promo for $295. And that card will eventually have PSA populations of greater than 10,000. You mark my words on that. I told you there's not a lot of hills I'm willing to die on in this hobby. I promise you, one of the hills I am willing to die on is to say that in 5 years from now, that Greninja promo has a PSA population of 10,000 greater than that graded. It's wild. Wild. Here we are. This is the world we live in. Anybody tells me the hobby is dead, you show them that sale. Basic Trainer said, Magneton greater than Greninja. Basic Trainer, get him out. Get Basic Trainer out. He's out. We need a Basic Trainer catch-up stream, too. There's a few people that are just constant reoccurring guests on this channel. Basic Trainer is one of them. We got to get Basic Trainer. Another person I got to get on is I like to do Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, but instead of Carmen Sandiego, I like to do Where in the World is Coulson. Coulson, if you're out there watching this video, buddy, we got to check in. I like to get Coulson on every, call it, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. Just where is Coulson at in this hobby? Coulson, one of the true GOATs. I call him the Spicy Boy Prince. Just because, in my opinion, Coulson is the Spicy Boy Prince. Can I crown somebody the prince? No. But did I on a live one time? Yes. Coulson, Spicy Boy Prince. Do need to get a Spicy Boy Prince update. Where in the world is Coulson at? So Coulson, if you're out there, you got to touch base, buddy. All right. Got to the point where some of you two gifted the 10 PK memberships. Do appreciate you, buddy. It means a lot. So Mr. Haunt said, hard time picturing the 10th generation games being ready by end of next year. Yeah, well, you know what? I think a lot of people said that about Scarlet and Violet. And I had never played Scarlet and Violet, but I'm heard from enough people. It seems like whatever product they pumped out with what the original Scarlet and Violet release was for the game had so many glitches. And it's so weird, too, because we're not talking about Pokemon as being a small company by any stretch of the imagination. We're literally talking the number one highest grossing, media franchise of all time, highest grossing IP of all time is Pokemon. And the fact that they could, and being Nintendo backed, could release a not well received or up to par video game, especially with a lot of bugs and a lot of patches they had to do at the beginning, was weird. So because of that fact, I can see them pushing out another game super fast. Ardent's YouTube said, what's going on, PK? A lot of rants going on. That's about it. Maxwell Gonzalez says, yeah, fake accounts trying to create more drama. Yes. Let's see. Son of Mewtwo, member for 6 months. Let's see. Poke Mart said, at PK, 2 plays I think they're slept on. Obsidian Flames ETBs for $30 all day. That Charmander promo, get out of town. That will be fire in the future. Also, Obsidian Flames stamped Umbreon. So, Obsidian Flames stamped Umbreon. Yes. GameStop Obsidian Flames stamped Umbreon has crashed and burned to the point that the PSA 9s, I'm not talking 10s. Look at the price of GameStop Umbreon promos. That's the one he's talking about from Obsidian Flames. Look at the price in a PSA 9. And then look at the price of that card raw. It is very fascinating to see that they're more or less the same price. And then when you factor in the cost of grading, by buying the 9s, it's not a terrible play. And especially if you could pick up a clean 9. And trust me, clean 9s exist. Clean 8s exist. Clean 9s exist. And really shitty 10s exist. There's a big wide range of spectrum between what is a PSA 8, 9, and 10. A 9 could be a 10 could be a 9, an 8 could be a 10 could be an 8. There's a wide variance, but I do like that comment. And then when you talk about the Charmander promos, yeah, I'm not gonna, it was a mess. Yeah, I recently sold like a bunch of the Charmander promos, or like one of my real low grade ones, and it's still sold. So I don't hate that play, buying Obsidian Flames just for the packs and the promo. I don't hate that. I mean, it's a good play. $30. See, people are sleeping on certain stuff. That's definitely one of them. So Nature's Epion says, there's always a chance that the Rocket set completely drops a ball with terrible Pokemon and terrible arts. That is definitely a danger, and that's one I'm hoping doesn't happen. But yeah, you're right. Mr. Mime is French says, how have first to market PSA 10s performed recently? EVAR, for example. Well, Mr. Mime is French. Ironically, you asked that question, then I went on that whole tangent about the first to market PSA 10 Black Star Greninja. So you know how they're doing. They're still working well. They should not work. And as somebody who preaches first to market plays as being great plays, I understand that they will keep working. But I also understand they should not work. Inherently, they should not work. But that is not the market we live in. That is not the market we dabble in. That is not the market we consume, absorb, just the same way as Superman gets his power from the Earth's yellow sun, is the same way that a lot of us get our powers from watching this crazy market. I feel the market's energy and I absorb that energy the same way that Superman absorbs the sun rays. It's crazy, but it just gives you strength. And first to market, nothing radiates like first to market plays. Just absorb that energy. That's it. That's his hobby. Make you stronger. It's going to break some people. But for those that it doesn't break, it will make you stronger. I promise you. Let's see. Got to a point. Let's see. So, Mr. Hunt said, realistically, what do you think the new Rockets set chase will be? What would your fantasy new Team Rocket card be? So, Real Dark Mewtwo is probably like an obvious answer for people. I would like a good dark big three. I know that's a shitty, like, it's a shitty answer, right? Like, obviously, we've already seen a dark Charizard from Team Rocket. We've already seen a dark Blastoise from Team Rocket. We've already seen a dark Venusaur from the Best of Games promos. If you don't know what the Best of Games promos are, go check it out. Get the winner stamp one. Make yourself happy. But, same thing with... So, I would like to see a dark 3 because I think it's such an easy play. It kind of just does itself, but... Getting away from the obvious, the Mewtwo, get away from, the big 3. What would I like to see? Dark Pikachu. I think that's a big one that people want. Dark Pikachu. I need an evil Pikachu. I've already went on a rant talking about it, but I'll do it again. Give me Pikachu, but make it a dark Pikachu and put clothes on him. That's it. You don't got to do anything more, Pokemon. Dark Pikachu. Put clothes on them, $1,000 price tag. I should work for Pokemon. They would say, PK, hey, here's a new Pikachu card. Anything you think we could do to make it better? I'd say, put clothes on them. They'd be like, what do you mean put clothes on them? Just like, more clothes. And then when they put clothes on him, and then I would send it back and say, he doesn't have enough clothes on him. Put Pikachu in an outfit, but then put him in another outfit. Put Pikachu in a Rayquaza outfit, but then put that Rayquaza outfit inside of a Charizard outfit and just rinse and repeat. Yes, so Dark Pikachu is a Pokemon I would definitely love to see. Very basic answers, I get it, but it is what it is. So Nature said, I'd love to see a reprint, and I'd like to see a reprint set that's comprised entirely of base, jungle, fossil, Vendon, and Rocket as a single set and more faithful to the Japanese version of the set. You mentioned Vendon, but one of the things we never really got in English, and Super Secret, or Tropical Mega Battles, English releases, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to get into super niche English variants, but we never got a Versus series in English. And again, I held the English Versus series in my hand. I get it, the Super Secret Battle. Shout out to Charlie Herlocker. He let me see his collection. I've seen both the corrected Mantine and I've seen the incorrect Mantine. I've held them both. I know they exist. I know the English Versus series exists, but that's not what I'm talking about for right now. We never got an English Versus series. If we just got a straight up reprint of Versus series, I think that would slap pretty good. And then Nikki Slavich mentioned web series too. If we got a web series reprint, maybe we just get like a web series / Versus series, composite into one set, and just dump it onto the market and see how the market handles stuff. But then the problem is does that shit actually perform? Like, I love Versus series. I'm sure a lot of people out there love Versus series. But does Versus series hold up to Modern? But then you could just say, well, it doesn't have to hold up to Modern, because the same way as Evolutions was a reprint of base set, there was also full art, Charizards in it, and there was a lot of like big chases in Evolution. So even though it was a reprint, you still have your big flashy full art cards. And I don't see, why can't you do that with Versus series? Can you make a flashy full art Versus series so you still have your normal Versus series, but then you also have a flashy chase cards to it. Why not? Pokemon can do whatever they want. There's nothing holding back Pokemon from doing anything they want. Now, does it get tricky? No, it shouldn't. I was going to say, does it get tricky, them reprinting, like, Wizard of the Coast era sets, but it doesn't. I mean, Pokemon reprints base set Charizard in every single product recently. And a million base set Charizard reprints. How many are there? A lot, right? Base first. No, I don't want to name them all. Base first. We're doing it. Base first. Everybody loves when PK gets on a list. Base first. Shadowless. Unlimited. 99-2000. Legendary Collection. Non-holo from the Lava Theme deck. Regular holo from Legendary Collection. Reverse holo from Legendary Collection. Fast forward to Stormfront. You get the reprint for the secret rare from Stormfront. Fast forward to Evolutions, you get the holo, the reverse holo, the pre-release stamp, or the stamp staff promo for Evolution, so that's 11. Celebrations is 12. The new classic collection $1 million, $200,000 box that they just came out, the just playable cards, that's 13. Am I missing one? I gotta be missing one. Still, at least with base set 2, 14. I didn't even say base set 2. So yeah, base set 2, I totally skipped it. 14. Either way, 14 plus base set Charizard reprints. Every single one of them holds crazy value. Most expensive card in every single one of those sets that I just listed. That's Pokemon for you. And I didn't even talk about like Japanese base set. Japanese English Koro Jumbo Charizard reprint cards, which now you're really going down the rabbit hole. I didn't even mention that kind of stuff. So the fact that still a lot of you guys didn't tune in off my list is impressive. Clock says, can we all pray that English Team Rocket booster box is all black, not white? I need the nostalgia. You know, the Japanese box is going to hit out of the park. Interesting. I mean, obviously, base set Team Rocket box is all black. But what if you just had this? A completely black Team Rocket box. No, well, see, they can't do that. They have to put a little writing on it. But what if it was just all black and just the big red R and nothing else on it? So it was like maybe you put the writing on the bottom of the box, or maybe just solely on the back. So when you displayed that box, it was literally just a black box with the big R. That would be so sick. But see, with modern booster boxes, the way the flaps are folded in, like, do I have a booster? I don't even know if I have a booster box close by. Like, for a modern booster box, do you see how it goes into here? So in order for it to display sealed like that, you would need the R to start on this bottom flap too. So the R would have to be really big like that. And I don't think that would work very well. Let's see. Blasty said, we're taking the week off for Labor Day since the raid Thursdays and Mondays are backup days. I miss you, Blasty. Where you been at, buddy? So Mr. Haunt said, Neo Resurgence really needs to happen for 30th anniversary, and a set with a gallery of OG cards, arts blown up as full arts, ARs, and SIRs. Yeah. Let's Catch 'em All said, what about the Charmander PC Pokemon Center ETB promo from Obsidian Flame? PSA 10 going for $500. Nonsense. Listen, I knew it was going to do well. I tried to grade them. Tried and successfully failed at it. But you know, it's like it's Pokemon just sometimes throws out these lottery ticket promos. I opened up all 4 of my Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETBs, trying to grade those. I think I sent away... So out of this 8 promos, because you get 4 of the Pokemon Center and then 4 of the regular promos, so you get 2 promos technically per Pokemon Center. I sent like... Do I have a... I think I have a Pokemon... No, I don't know. I'm going to start talking and then maybe it's not true. So Dama said, not that out of the question. Panic buys and demand SIRs. Also... Coattails, Terra Frog long term should consolidate down. Let's see. Pokepole says Sala multiples in 10s already of each and bought them for nothing. I don't know what he's talking about. Mason Berry says PK feels the cosmos. Yes, I feel the cosmos hollow. Pokemage87 said, next PK thumbnail better be PK's face on Superman powering up from the sun. Someone please make it happen. Yes. Where's, yeah. I'm sure there's some people that are good at doing stuff like that. Alright. See, we got Grandma Collect says Palkia. Shout out to all the Palkia boys out there. Shout out to the Spicy Boys. Shout out to the secret Discords. Shout out to this hobby. Shout out to everybody in this chat. Shout out to hitting the hour mark. Shout out to being Thursday. Shout out to I do a live every Thursday night. Shout out to craziness. I don't know. Listen, guys, I love you. I'm going to do my best to be in the Rattle Happy Hour chat on Saturday. If you guys are not in the Rattle Fanatics challenge we are doing, hop into the Rattle Discord, ask about the Fanatics challenge. It's $100, gets you in. At the end, in 365 days from now, everybody's going to look and see who could turn $100 and make the most money. So we're going to do the flipper dipper plays. It's a lot of fun. Listen, guys, appreciate every single one of you. Number 1 mod in the game, Drew. If you are out there lurking in the background, if you could drop a link to the Rattle Discord, I appreciate that. But for everybody else, I appreciate you. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video.